Hey guys and dolls, welcome back to Danimal Sound. This is Danny Lee. And in this video, I'm going to talk a little bit about how to do a basic vocal stutter. And to do so, I'll be using one of my clients' tracks. There are some buddies down in New Jersey. They're called Corevalay. And this is a track off their debut record called This Beautiful Ride. The song itself is entitled, I Assure You We're Open. The irony is, in the video, in the intro of these promotional videos, you'll actually hear that track playing. Thanks to those guys for giving me the permission for that. It's a great track, and I'm proud of this record. Let's dive right into it. If you go on iTunes and all that, you can find this full song, fully mastered and all that. So go check it out, show some support, and dig it. In this bridge section, we're coming out of this little groove here. Some panning guitars and all that kind of fun dynamic stuff to break, to take us into the outro here. And here we have the vocal stutters I'm referring to. Let's just check those out real quick in full playback, and then I'll get into how this is accomplished. Part of that was actually inspired by the back end of this guitar tail here. Just coming out of this real quick, just to give you an idea of what this was sounding like, to give me that idea to do the vocal stutter rhythmically speaking. Quarter note triplets there just kind of inspired me to do this. So we're in grid mode here. So those of you who are Pro Tools savvy, go up to your top left corner here. Got your modes, shuffle, slip, spot, and grid. And just a quick access there. You can just hit F4, and that'll bring right into grid mode. And I've got this particular vocal cut up on 30-second notes to give it this particular rhythm. And what I'm going to do here is just show you how to accomplish this. Just a quick and dirty, simple manual way. So we've got these gaps here, which I'm still in grid mode, obviously, because it's snapping to all the lines, as you can see. So I'm just going to, in the future, if you ever need to seal something like this back up to the way it was, fastest way to do this, you might like this shortcut actually. I'm going to go into slip mode real quick. Just grab these regions here, hit Command H, which is for heal, and that will close all that up like it never happened. Okay, that's it without a stutter. And keep in mind, there are plugins now that will actually do this for you, but I'm a firm believer in doing techniques like this manually. It just, I don't know, it's just more gratifying. No one knows on the end product that you did it either which way, so it doesn't really matter, but you know as the mixer, so there you go. Pull it back into grid mode here, and I've got up here where you can see that I have the grid section there. I've got my chosen resolution here, which is 30-second notes. And those are outlined here on the grid itself. I'm going to zoom into this vocal, and I've got them grouped because they're a doubled vocal. This might not be exactly how I did it originally, but this is just an example. So I had a certain rhythm in mind, and a lot of fishing around to figure out how I wanted that to go. But essentially, you just do some quick math here visually, and figure out where you need to make your breakpoints. So what I did was, I knew I didn't want this to fall on this downbeat. I wanted it to be kind of like a delayed stutter, so like an upbeat, sort of. In this case, it's not really considered that because it's a 30-second note, but you get the idea. Anyway, what we're going to do is, I'm just going to select this the second 30-second note of the bar here. Here's the bar. And then the second 30-second note would start here, obviously. Just going to do a quick break. If you're in keyboard focus, you can just hit your B. Otherwise, you've got to use Command E to do your split. But I'm just going to do this with a B. And then what I do is, you can just do Tab B, Tab B. Or if your tab to transient's not working right, you can just do it this way. And essentially you've got this going on. Now you've got your vocals basically gridded out, and then you can pick and choose what you want your rhythm to be. So, that said, we've got them selected. I guess where the breakpoints are applied. As we play back, it's still the straight vocal because all I've done is break the waveform. I haven't actually taken anything out yet. So I'm going to zoom in here, and let's see what the rhythm needs to be. So we want the vocal to stay on this downbeat. So the first stutter, so to speak, is going to be this spot here. All you have to do is, since you're on the grid and they recorded with a click track, and it's all edited together nice, just go through, and in this case we're just going to delete every other break. And that's going to create 3 stutters essentially. It doesn't look like a lot when you're actually zoomed in like this and it's 30-second notes, but keep in mind we are zoomed in quite a bit. So I'm going to zoom out here, and let's take a look. And there's all sorts of ways you can do this rhythmically speaking, but this is what the end result is. And you can do all sorts of stuff. For example, let's just do this quickly. You can even get kind of nuts with it. You can set your resolution even higher. Let's call it 16th notes, or I'm sorry, 64th notes. You can break it down even farther by putting these finer breakpoints in, I guess you could call them. And then you can do things like you can take these out. You can do all sorts of stuff. If you want, let's say, leave that in, take this guy out, leave those, and let's say take this out. And you can just do even like random stuff like that just to see what'll come out. Let's see what this does. Doesn't suit the material obviously, but you get the idea that you can change up the rhythms and whatnot, and you can create like really cool rhythmic effects. But that's what that would sound like. Just going to recap and show you how I did this again. Just going to go to my slip mode here, select this, and just a heads up, when you do use the heal mode, it doesn't work like this. That's just going to heal tracks inside your selection. To do this, you've got to actually grab something on both surrounding sections, I guess you could call it, surrounding clips. Hit heal there, and then you'll be able to do it. But now we're back in grid mode. I've got my 30-second notes back. And we'll do it this way again. And once again, I want to keep this section here on the downbeat, and I want to start with this particular one that I'm going to take out. So I'm just going to go through here and delete the alternating sections. And that'll give me my original concept that I showed you from the song. Play this back after the guitar part because it's kind of fun. And this next section, you can hear the same thing a little different. And there you go. I'll just run through this one more time so you can hear it in context right after the guitar part. And that's how you do a vocal stutter. Any other questions or comments or suggestions for these tutorials, feel free to email me at me@dannylee.co. That's contained on the dannylee.co website, DANNYLEE.co. That's CO. Find us on Facebook, Danymal Sound, DanymalSound. And thanks for watching. I'll take you right back through this to the outro. See you next time. Thanks.